Jim Lampley live in Glens Falls, New York. Marvis Frazier, despite his 1983 one-round knockout loss to then-champion Larry Holmes, remains a marketable name in the heavyweight division. But here, the spotlight falls most directly on 20-year-old Mike Tyson, whose public appeal grows every time he fights. Here now is a quick update on what has happened with Tyson since his string of 19 straight knockouts ended with a 10-round decision over James Tillis on Wide World of Sports. Since last we saw Mike Tyson here on ABC Sports in May, he's added 4 more wins to his record. In his first fight after the Tillis decision, Mitch Green again took Mike the distance, but Tyson dominated throughout. And in his next fight against Reggie Gross in June, Mike showed the ability to take a punch, absorbing this uppercut before coming back seconds later to end the fight with a left hook. His knockout streak began anew and continued with a one-round dismantling of William Hosea, a 2-minute, 3-second fight. And in his last fight, Mike brought his win streak to 24 with a knockout of Lorenzo Boyd. A stiff uppercut ended matters in the second round. On his present schedule, Tyson fights more often than any other current boxer with status and marketability. Is it better to learn in the gym or in the ring? Boxing figures are divided.
I don't think he sufficiently has time to really get into the gym and learn. You can say, look, I can put him in with a stiff at each fight. And in the gym, I can bring in and pay good sparring partners with different styles, a runner, a slugger, a grabber, a holder, stuff like that, understand? But where has he really got the time for that there if you're fighting them every 2 weeks?
People today don't understand that the way human beings are structured, whether you fight or a brain surgeon or play the piano or throw rocks at a telephone pole, no matter what you're good at, if you do it once every 4 months, you're not going to be as good as if you do it once a week. It's the way human beings are structured.
The fighters Jacobs refers to include great featherweight champion Willie Pep, who fought 32 times in his first 16 months as a pro. Homicide Henry Armstrong, who once defended his welterweight title 5 times in 1 month. And Joe Louis, who defended his heavyweight crown more than any other fighter in the division's history. Tyson believes the schedule the late Customato wanted for him is the one which will work best as he seeks the goal of winning the heavyweight crown.
It keeps my mind occupied on my business, and I'm not off my job much. I'm not out in the street. I'm not running around. I'm not hanging out with the guys as much and the girls. So my mind is preoccupied on my work, and it keeps me as sharp as possible. As many times as I fight, I become more immune to walking and being an announcer in front of a great deal of audience and everything. And as of now, it's becoming, like I say, an easy job. Like every day I'm used to coming in front of 10,000 people, 20,000 people. I'm like, hi, they're all my friends.
The late and legendary trainer Customato was the only real father figure Mike Tyson ever knew. Marvis Frazier's father, ever present in his life, is one of the most famous names in heavyweight boxing. It was called the fight of the century. March 8, 1971, Joe Frazier knocked down Muhammad Ali in the 15th round on his way to a unanimous decision to retain his heavyweight crown. Joe's long since retired and now trains fighters here in his own gym in Philadelphia. One of those, his own son Marvis, who works alongside other members of the Frazier clan. Marvis has developed into a solid 210-pound professional fighter, adding 20 pounds onto the body which first came to public attention in 1979 when he became the junior world amateur heavyweight champion by stopping an Austrian fighter named Olaf Meyer. After only 10 pro fights, many felt Marvis was rushed into a shot at Larry Holmes. They were correct. Holmes stopped Marvis in the first round. But since that 1983 disaster, Marvis Frazier has rebounded with 6 straight victories, including decision wins over able opponents James Tillis, Jose Ribalta, and in his last fight in February over James Bone Crusher Smith. Though dropped in the middle of the fight, Marvis battled back against the larger Smith to capture the late round and a unanimous decision. Marvis is not the first famous heavyweight son to take the ring. There have been others with names like Fitzsimmons, Walcott, and Bear, all failures. But Marvis feels this union has proved beneficial in his case.
When you have a father training you, there's that tense emotion that you're always trying to do best for your father. But then on the other hand, you know, you always have that encouragement to keep you going when times seem kind of hard for you.
Joe keeps a watchful eye on his son, as his father did for him back in Beaufort, South Carolina. It's a special responsibility.
That's a broad word, man. What you said, father. It's like, you know, there's a lot of daddies in the world today, but there's very few fathers. I think fathers should take control of families, because that's one part of you. I mean, it was that lady and you brought this kid to this world. So how you not going to be a father? How you not going to be a good leader? I don't understand. I didn't come from that school.
It's a brutal business, but Marvis Frazier believes that working in it has kept this father and son close.
My father's my father. I can't change that. You know, I love him. He loves me. So that just makes it even better, you know. You have somebody that you really love and that you really care for in your corner.
And there is a live look at Marvis Frazier, who has just